Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rekha Venkateshwarlu, Assistant Professor of Physics, Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. So today I am going to discuss about the topic electrostatics. In the present lecture, uh, the topic is problem solving in the electrostatics. In the last 12 lectures, we covered the theoretical discussion. In the present class, we will solve the problems based on different concepts. This is BSc Physics final year 5th semester syllabus electromagnetism unit 1. The contents are the first recapitulation of important formulas. Then after we will solve the problems on electric field strength, electric flux. Then after electric potential, we will solve problems on Gauss law. Then after conservative nature of electric field and the relation between field strength and potential. Yes. So in the present lecture, let us solve the problems based on different concepts. So the first problem I am writing here: calculate calculate the magnitude of force between two charges each of magnitude 10 coulomb are separated by a distance 3 meter. So here the given two charges are identical charges, each equal to 10 coulomb. Applying the Coulomb's law, F is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. That equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value how much? 9 into 10 power 9. Q1 10 into 10, Q2 also 10. Distance 3 meter given 3 square. 3 square 9 cancel. Then F is equal 10 power 9, here 10 square, 10 power 11 Newton. Okay. So here to calculate the force between the given two charges, we are using the Coulomb's inverse square law. That is F is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Next problem you see here, three charges 4 microcoulomb. Each are kept at the vertices of an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle of side 9 centimeter. 9 centimeter. Find the magnitude of force on any charge. So here 4 microcoulomb, 4 microcoulomb, 4 microcoulomb. Three identical charges kept at the vertices of equilateral triangle. So we have to calculate the force on any charge. So let us take this one. Let us calculate the force at this charge. Okay. So these are the like charges, so that can be repelled in this direction. Say this is F1. Due to this, the force is in this direction because these are the two like charges. This angle equal to 60 degree, then this will be 60 degree. Here F1 is equals to F2, and angle between these two vectors how much? 60 degree. Then resultant force is given by 2F cos of theta by 2. By using the parallelogram law of vectors, F resultant equal under root F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. So from that you will get this formula. That equal to, what is F? Force between any two charges. Force between any two charges that is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. From that 9 into 10 power 9 Q1, Q2, 4 microcoulomb, 4 microcoulomb, 4 into 4 into 4, 16, 10 power minus 6 into 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 12 by R square. Here distance, that is the side of the triangle, 9 centimeter given, 9 into 10 power minus 2 whole square, right? Okay, so this is, that gives what? 9 into 10 power 9, 16 into 10 power minus 12 by 9 square, 81 into 10 power minus 2 whole square, minus 4, 9 1 cha, 9 9 cha. So substituting that in that formula, F resultant equals to 2 F, this value 16 by 9, 10 power minus 4. So cancelling here, 10 power minus 8 left, 10 power minus 8 into 10 power 9, that is 10. Okay, cos theta by 2, cos 30 equals to 2 into 16 by 9 into cos 30 root 3 by 2, right? So this is 2 cancel. Okay, that gives what? 16, 160 into root 3 by 9 newtons. This is the answer. Okay, so the next, let us go for next problem. A charge 4 microcoulomb is placed in an electric field of magnitude 8 Newton per coulomb. Find the force on it. This is the question, right? So what is the data given? Charge Q equal to 4 microcoulomb. Changing into coulombs, 4 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. Field strength given as 8 Newton per coulomb. So then force experienced by that charge, how much? We know that when the charge Q is kept in the uniform electric field, that will experience the force F is equal to QE. Okay, Q 4 into 10 power minus 6 into 8, that equal 32 into 10 power minus 6 Newton. So this is the answer. Next, you see another problem. Find the field strength due to a point charge 5 microcoulomb at a distance 10 centimeter. So here we have to calculate the field strength. So in the given problem, what given? The point charge Q is equal to 5 microcoulomb. Changing into coulombs, 5 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. Distance R is equal to 10 centimeter. Changing into meter, 10 power minus 1 meter. Now, what is the field strength at the distance 10 centimeter from it? Due to the point charge field strength formula, what we have? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9. Charge 5 into 10 power minus 6 by R square 10 power minus 1 whole square and power minus 2. That equals to 9 5 is 45. So 10 power minus 2 by cancellation 10 power minus 4 will be left. 10 power minus 4 into 10 power 9, 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. This is the field strength at the distance of 10 centimeter from the given point charge 5 microcoulomb. So one more problem is two charges Q minus Q are placed at a distance 2R. Okay, what is the electric field strength at the midpoint of line joining these two charges? So since he's asking the field strength at the midpoint, then the distance of this point from each charge is R. Okay, due to plus Q, the field direction is in this direction because suppose unit positive charge is placed at that point. So that can be repelled in this direction. So this 1 coulomb charge can be attracted by minus Q. Hence, the field due to plus Q and minus Q are in the same direction. So then what is the resultant field at that point? What is the resultant field? Equal to E plus E 2E, 2 into field strength due to any one charge at the distance r, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Here direction is plus q2 minus q. Direction plus q2 minus q is the direction. Okay. So I'm reading one more problem. Three charges, three identical charges, each equal to 4 microcoulomb, are placed at the three vertices of a equilateral triangle. Okay. Here side A equal to 9 centimeter. Find the potential at the centroid of that triangle. So we have to calculate the potential at the centroid at this point. Okay. Here the side given 9 centimeters. Right. So this, if the side is A, then this will be what, root 3 by 2A. So the centroid divides these in the ratio 2:1. Okay, then this length will be, say that is x. X is equal to root 3 by 2A. Root 3 by 2A. You divide into three parts. You will get A by how much? Root 3 by 2A by 3. A by 2 root 3. Then x is equal to, because it has the two parts, A by root 3. Okay. So due to this potential V1, due to this potential V2, due to this V3, then net potential at that point is given by V plus V plus V, because the given charges are identical charges, 3V, 3 into potential due to any one charge at that point, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r formula. Q here 4 microcoulomb, 4 into 10 power minus 6. So this distance, how much would got? A by root 3. A by root 3. A is 9 centimeter. 9 into 10 power minus 2 by root 3. So root 3 I am writing in the numerator. That equal to 3 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 9 into 10 power 9. 4 into 10 power minus 6. 4 into 10 power minus 6 into root 3 by 9 into 10 power minus 2. 9, 9 cancel. That equal 3, 4 jar 12 root 3, right? 10 power minus 2 by cancellation, 10 power minus 4 left, 10 power minus 4 into 10 power 9, 10 power 5 volts. Okay. So in this problem, what we done? So here three identical charges, each 4 microcoulomb, which are situated at the three corners of equilateral triangle. We are calculating the potential at the centroid. So potential is the scalar quantity. Then the net potential due to more number of charges is equal to simply the algebraic sum of potential due to the individual charges. So that is 3V. Potential due to one charge we are writing. For that first, this distance we calculated. That is A by root 3, where A is the side of the triangle. So this is the answer. Okay. Next, I am reading one more problem. Potential due to a point charge. Potential due to a point charge 9 microcoulomb at a distance 10 centimeter is. This is the question. Due to the point charge q at the distance r, potential formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. Electrostatic potential due to a point charge is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. V is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 9 into 10 power 9. The charge given as 9 microcoulomb changing into coulombs 9 into 10 power minus 6 by distance 10 centimeter changing into meter 10 power minus 1. That equals to 9 9 jar 81. Here 10 power minus 1 cancel, 10 power minus 5 into 10 power 9 minus 5 10 power 4 volts. This is the answer. Okay. Now So one more problem I am reading here. The find the electric field on the electric dipole on axis having the dipole moment P is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 5 coulomb into meter, at a distance 10 centimeter from its center. So I am drawing the figure minus q plus q. This is the dipole, right? Dipole moment given 2 into 10 power minus 5 coulomb into meter. So from the center of the dipole at the distance 10 centimeter, we have to calculate the electric field strength. Okay, at this point. So what formula we have on the dipole axis for a short dipole, electric field strength is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by 2P by R cube for a short dipole. Actual formula 2P by R square plus L square whole power 3 by 2. So for a short dipole formula 2P by R cube, right? So what is the data given? Dipole moment of the electric dipole 2 into 10 power minus 5 coulomb into meter, right? Distance how much? 10 centimeter. Changing into meter 10 power minus 1 meter. Okay, 10 into 10 power minus 2. Now E axial is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 9 into 10 power 9 to P 2 into 10 power minus 5 by distance 10 power minus 1. That gives 2 to the 4, 4 9 ja 36. So 10 power minus 1 cancel, 10 power minus 4 into 10 power 9, 10 power 5 volt per meter or Newton by Coulomb. So this is the required field strength according to the data given in the problem. So one more problem, a short dipole has dipole moment 4 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb into meter. Find the electric field strength on its equatorial line at the distance 30 centimeter. Minus q, this is plus q. Dipole length say 2L. This is the equatorial line. On the equatorial line at the distance of 30 centimeter is asking for the field strength. Okay, R equal to 30 centimeter. Now, the electric field strength on the equatorial line of dipole is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube for a short dipole, because short dipole is given in our problem. Actual P by R square plus L square whole power 3 by 2. For a short dipole formula P by R cube. That equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value how much? 9 into 10 power 9. Dipole moment given 4 into 10 power minus 8. Distance 30 centimeter, 30 into 10 power minus 1 meter whole cube. Okay, by simplification, we'll get the answer for this. Okay, 30 into 10 power minus 1, then 3 into 30 into 10 power minus 2. Minus 2, we'll get 3 into 10 power minus 1 whole cube. 27 into 10 power minus 3. On simplification, we'll get the answer. Right. You see this next problem. A uniformly charged conducting sphere of radius 6 centimeter has a charge 20 microcoulomb. Find the field strength and potential on its surface. Okay, the problem is uniformly conducting sphere. This is the radius capital R equal to 6 centimeter. Okay, so charge 20 microcoulomb. We have to calculate the field strength on the surface and also potential. Right, sir. So changing the charge into coulombs, 20 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. Radius given in centimeter. Changing into meter, this is 6 into 10 power minus 2 meter. Okay. Now So what is the field strength on the surface of the charged sphere, conducting sphere? E on surface is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Okay, we have that formula. This is discussed in theory. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9. Charge 2 into 10 power minus 5 by R square 6 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. That equals to 9 2 ja 18, 10 power 9 in 10 power minus 5, 10 power 4, 6 whole square 36, 10 power minus 2 whole square 10 power minus 4. 18 1 ja 18 2 ja. 1 by 2, that is 0.5. 10 power minus 4 right into the numerator, 10 power 8, that equal 5 into 10 power 7 Newton by Coulomb. Okay, this is electric field strength. Now, how to calculate the potential? Electrostatic potential on the surface of charged conducting sphere, V on surface, what formula we have? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. That equal 9 into 10 power 9, charge 20 into 10 power minus 6 by radius 6 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, 2 3 ja, 2 tens, 3 1 ja, 3 3 ja, equal to 3 into 10, 30, 30. Yeah, 10 power minus 2, cancellation 10 power minus 4, 10 power minus 4 into 10 power 9, 10 power 5 volts, or 3 into 10 power 6 volts. Okay, so next problem you see here, an infinite plane sheet, is uniformly charged with the charge density sigma equal 8.86 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb per meter square. Okay, an infinite plane sheet is uniformly charged having the charge density this much. Find the electric field strength near to the at a point near to the sheet. So here we have to calculate. When the infinite sheet is uniformly charged, what formula we have for the electric field strength at very near point to the sheet? E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Sigma 8.86 into 10 power minus 6 by 2. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. That value we know 8.86 into 10 power minus 12. This cancel. 1 by 2, 0.5 into 10 power plus 6, that equal to 5 into 10 power 5 Newton by Coulomb. Okay, 5 into 10 power 5 Newton per Coulomb. You see this problem, how much electric flux, come out through a surface, S is equal 10 G cap, kept in electric field, capital E bar equal 2I cap plus 4J cap plus 7K cap. This is the problem. So we have to calculate the flux coming out through this surface. Okay, coming out through the surface. What is the flux? Flux phi is equal E bar dot ds bar. E bar dot ds bar. Here the field strength vector given, area vector given. So by taking the dot product of these two, so that is 2 into 0, 0, plus 4 into 10, 40, plus 7 into 0, 0, equal to 40 units. This is the electric flux coming out through the surface area 10 J cap, right? You look at the next problem. Calculate the electric flux. Calculate the electric flux through each of the faces through each of the faces of a cube of side 1 meter, 1 meter, if a small cube coulombs is placed at its center. Placed at its center. This is the question. So now I am drawing the figure. This is the cube. Okay. Cube set given as 1 meter. At the center of the cube, the charge q is placed. According to the Gauss law, the flux coming out through the closed surface. Here the closed surface is the cube surface. Cube is bounded with the 6 faces. So then the flux coming out through all 6 faces of the cube, phi is equal to q by epsilon naught. This is the statement of Gauss law. Flux coming out through any closed surface is equal, that is q enclosed, charge enclosed by that surface by epsilon naught. Since the charge at the center is q, answer phi is equal to q by epsilon naught. This is total flux. But the question is the flux coming out any one of the face. Here we have the 6 faces, right? 6 faces are equal in area. Then flux through each face, flux through each face is equal to 5 by 6, 5 by 6, that equal to q by 6 epsilon naught. This is the answer. Okay. Calculate the electric potential. Calculate the electric potential on the surface of silver nucleus having radius of 3.14 into 10 power minus 14 meter. 3.14 into 10 power minus 14 meter. The atomic number of silver is given as 47. Electron charge given 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Right? Here we have to calculate the potential on the surface of the silver nucleus. On the surface of silver nucleus. It is equivalent to uniformly charged non-conducting sphere, volume charge distribution, right? Spherical charge distribution, spherical volume charge distribution. In that case, what is the potential on the surface of the conductor, surface of the sphere? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. But here the charge on nucleus is equal to Ze plus Ze because atomic number 47. There exists 47 protons inside the nucleus. 1 proton charge is this much, 1.6 in 10 power minus 19. So 47 protons charge, 47 into that. So that gives Q is equal 47 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. So radius of the nucleus 3.14 into 10 power minus 14 meter given. Okay, substituting these values, we write V on surface equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9, charge 47 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 by 3.14 into 10 power minus 14. So you do the simplification, we'll get the answer. Okay, now I'm going to the next problem. So I'm reading here. A hollow metallic sphere of 0.1 meter, radius is given 0.1 meter, radius is given a charge of 10 microcoulomb. Calculate the potential on the surface of the sphere. Calculate the potential on the surface of the sphere. Okay. For a spherical shell or uniformly charged conducting sphere or uniformly charged metallic sphere, metal is the good conductor. So halometallic sphere is nothing but it is equivalent to the spherical shell. For a spherical shell, so what is the potential on the surface? V on surface is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. In the case of spherical shell or conducting sphere or metallic sphere, the potential at every point inside the sphere is equal to potential on the surface. That value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. All these things we discussed in the theoretical class of that particular concept. That equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 9 into 10 power 9. Charge how much given? 10 microcoulomb, 10 into 10 power minus 6, changing into the coulombs, by radius 0.1 meter, 10 power minus 1, equal to 9 into 10 power 10. So 10 power minus 1 cancel, 10 power 10 and 10 power minus 5, 10 power 5 volts. So this is the answer. Okay. Now, you see the next problem. Prove that electric field given by capital E bar is equal x I cap plus 2y j cap plus 3z k cap is conservative. Xi cap plus 2y j cap plus 3z k cap is conservative. Right. So what is the conservative nature of electrostatic field? Electrostatic field is the conservative field. Electrostatic force is the conservative force. For a conservative force, the curl value must be equals to 0. So for that, you consider the curl E bar, del bar cross E bar, that equal I j k dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. E bar field component x component x, it is 2y, here this is 3z. So by simplification, I into dou by dou y of 3z 0, because we are taking the partial differentiation. Dou by dou z of this 0, minus j cap into dou by dou x of this 0, dou by dou z of x 0, plus k cap into, take the column and row of k, dou by dou x of 2y 0, dou by dou y of x 0, that equals to 0. Since curl E bar equals to 0, E bar is said to be conservative. E bar is conservative field. This is the condition. If A bar is a vector, its curl value equals to 0, then that vector A bar is said to be the conservative field. Right. Now, you look at the next problem. I am reading. Determine whether the electric field, whether the electric field capital E bar is equal to xy I cap plus y cube j cap is conservative or not. Is conservative or not. We have to decide or not. So what is the condition required for the given field is the conservative? If del bar cross E bar equals to 0, then we say that that is the conservative field. If del bar cross E bar not equal to 0, then the given field is said to be non-conservative. So that you consider curl of that vector, del bar cross E bar, and calculate the curl value I j k, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. x component xy, y component y cube, z component is 0, right? That equals to I cap into, right, dou by dou y of 0, 0, dou by dou z of y cube 0 because partial differentiation, minus j cap into dou by dou x of 0, 0, dou by dou z of xy 0, plus k cap into dou by dou x of y cube 0, dou by dou y of xy, that is x, equal to x, is equal to, so what we have, minus x k cap. Here del bar cross E bar, del cross E not equals to 0. Therefore, the given electric field strength is not, the given vector is not conservative, right? Look at this next problem. Determine the energy gained by alpha particle when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 1000 volts. So we have the potential difference dV equal to the change in potential energy per unit charge, delta U by Q. Okay. So from this delta U is equals to dV into Q. Simply we can write the work done. So the work done or the energy gained by the alpha particle when it is passing through the potential difference 1000 volts equal to the potential difference into the charge of alpha particle, right? Delta U equal to dV, how much? 1000 volts into alpha particle charge, it is 2 times to the proton charge, 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. You substitute that, 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Okay, that equals to, this is 3.2, 1000 into 10 power minus 16, 10 power minus 16 joules. 3.2 into 10 power minus 16 joules. Okay. Next problem you see, 8 charges of value 3 microcoulomb, 5 microcoulomb, 7 microcoulomb, 10 microcoulomb, 15 microcoulomb, minus 1 microcoulomb, minus 5 microcoulomb, minus 7 microcoulomb are placed symmetrically on a circle of radius 0.4 meter in 8. So 8 charges are kept, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8. Okay. Calculate the potential at the center of the circle. We know that the electric potential is the scalar quantity. Here we don't talk about the direction. The potential due to the many charges is equal to the algebraic sum of the potential due to the individual charges. So due to the Q1 potential V1, due to the Q2 V2, due to Q3 V3 and so on, the net potential at the center equal V1 plus V2 plus and so on V8, right? So that gives V0 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, right? Q1 by R, Q2 by R and so on, Q8 by R, because all are in the circumference of the circle. So here the distance is same, that equal to radius, that equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 9 into 10 power 9. To take R also common, it is 0.14 meter given. Q1 3, Q2 5, Q3 7 plus 10 plus 15 -1, -5, -7. So +5, -5, -7 plus 7 cancel. So what left? 13 plus 15, 28 minus 1, 27. 9 into 27 into 10 power 9 by 0.4. 0.4 volts. The remaining simplification you will do. Right. Okay. You see the next problem. A point charge, a point charge, a point charge 5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb is situated at the origin of the coordinates, at the origin of the coordinates. Find the potential difference. Find the potential difference between the points 1, 2, 2 and root 5, 2, 4. This is the problem, right? So here for the first point, A, I'm writing the radial distance R1 equal what? Under root 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, that equals to 3. For the second point B, so for the second point B, R2 is equal root of root 5 square plus 2 square plus 4 square equal to 5. Now potential difference dV is equal to VB minus VA. Okay, VB minus VA. That equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R2 minus Q by R1. It is 9 into 10 power 9. Q also taking common. How much? That is 5 into 10 power minus 9. 5 into 10 power minus 9. 1 by R2, 1 by 5 minus 1 by R1 equal to 9 into 5, 45. 10 power 9, 10 power minus 9 cancel. Okay. Then, so 3 minus 5 minus 2 by 15. 15 3 ja equal to minus 6 volts. The potential difference between the points 1, 2, 2 and root 5 to 4 is minus 6 volts. Right. The electric potential in the space is given by V is equal to 3x plus 4y minus 7z. Obtain the expression for electric field intensity. We have the relation between field strength and potential E is equal the negative gradient of electric potential minus grad V, right? First, you calculate grad V, that equal to I dou V by dou X J dou V by dou Y plus K cap dou V by dou Z equal to I cap dou V by dou X 3 plus J cap dou V by dou Y 4 plus K cap, it is minus 7 equal to 3I plus 4J cap minus 7K cap. But we have to calculate the field strength. Since E bar equal to minus grad V, that equal to minus of this, minus 3I cap minus 4J cap plus 7K cap is the field strength of that corresponding potential. Okay, right. Now, right. Okay, the next electric potential in a region is given by V of x, y, z is equals to 4x cube minus 3y square minus 9z square. find the electric field strength at 3, 4, 2, at 3, 4, 2. Right. So as per a previous problem, we know that E bar equal to minus gradient of negative potential. E bar equal to minus del bar V equal to minus I dou V by dou X plus J cap dou V by dou Y plus K cap dou V by dou Z equal to minus I cap into dou by dou X of this. That is 8, how much? 8x square plus J cap into dou by dou Y of this minus 6y plus K cap into dou by dou Z of this minus 18z. That equal to 8x square I cap minus into minus gets plus 6y J cap minus into minus plus 18z K cap. But we have to calculate the field strength at the point 342 equal to minus 8 3 square into I cap 6y 4 J cap 18z 2 K cap 2 K cap. Okay, that equal to, that is minus 72 I cap plus 24 J cap 18 to the 36 K cap. This is the answer. Okay, now let us see the next problem. Given the electric field in a region of space, the electric field in a region of space 2x I cap plus 2y J cap plus Z cap. Calculate the volume charge density. This is the question. So in the given problem, field strength given, we have to calculate the volume charge density. So what is the differential form of Gauss law in electrostatic? Del bar dot E bar equal to rho by epsilon naught. Okay. Del bar dot E bar equal rho by epsilon naught. First, let us calculate del bar dot E bar. So that equal dou by dou x of this. Dou by dou x of 2x. Dou by dou x of 2x plus dou by dou y of 2y plus dou by dou z of z equal to 2 plus 2 plus 1 5 Newton per coulomb per meter. So then from this rho is equals to epsilon naught into del bar dot E bar. Okay, epsilon naught permittivity of free space. How much its value? 8.86 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square into 5 Newton per coulomb per meter. That equal 44.25 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb per meter cube. Okay. So in this present lecture, we solved the many problems on the different concepts. So the points to be remembered while you are doing the problems on the different concepts of electrostatics. Once again, I'm recapitulating here. The electric field strength due to a point charge is E equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught small q by r square. Here E inversely proportional to r square. After that, the corresponding electrostatic potential due to the point charge q at the distance r is given by V equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. Here you have to notice that V inversely proportional to r, but whereas the field strength E inversely proportional to r square. And electric potential on the axis of electric dipole V equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by r square. The electric potential on the equatorial line of dipole, their theta equal to 90 degrees, then V equatorial equal to 0. So at every point on the equatorial line of electric dipole, potential is 0. This is called equipotential line. So therefore, since there is no potential difference on the equatorial line, So then the work done in moving any charge from one point to another point must be equals to 0. Okay. So the integral form of Gauss law, you should remember, that is flux through any closed surface is given by the closed integral over S, that is surface integral E bar dot ds bar equal to 1 by epsilon naught times to the charge enclosed by that closed surface. And a differential form of Gauss law, it is also important in entrance oriented, that is del bar dot d bar equal to rho, where d bar is the displacement current, displacement vector, rho volume charge density. You can write it in another words, del bar dot capital E bar equal rho by epsilon naught, rho by epsilon naught. So these two formulas are very, very important in entrance point of view. After that, you should remember this point also. Electric field strength due to a linear charge distribution at the distance r from the uniformly charged infinite length of a wire r, that is E equal 1 by lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r. Electric field strength at the perpendicular distance r from a uniformly charged infinite length wire, formula E equal lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r, here E inversely proportional to r. So this is one more point here. The field strength due to an infinite non-conducting plane sheet at near point capital E equals sigma by 2 epsilon naught, where sigma is surface charge density, epsilon naught permittivity of free space. This is electric field strength due to infinite conducting sheet at nearest point E equals sigma by epsilon naught. Okay, so you have to remember this formula also. After that, this is very, very important. The electric field strength due to a uniformly charged conducting sphere. Here, the field strength on outside of the sphere, E surface equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. On the surface, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by capital R square. Inside the sphere, since there is no charge, E equal to 0. Okay, so it's a graphical analysis you can understand from this. At the center, field 0. From center to the surface, no field, because there is no electric field inside the conductor. So only the electric field exists at a maximum at the surface. And as we are moving from the surface to external point, that decreases according to E inversely proportional to R square. You can understand from that graph. Its corresponding potential graph also you can understand from this. In the case of uniformly charged conducting sphere or spherical shell, the potential at every point inside the sphere is the same, that equal to the potential on the surface of the sphere. Therefore, the graph is from center to the surface parallel to x-axis. For external point, V is decreasing according to the relation V inversely proportional to R. So both the left side and right side, you can observe the same graph from that. So after that, electric field strength due to a uniformly charged non-conducting sphere. Here we calculated this by assuming the Gaussian surfaces at external point and inside point, internal point. Here the formulas, the field strength outside point 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r square. On the surface 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by capital R square. But the field inside the sphere rho r1 by 3 epsilon naught. So it is very clear that inside the non-conducting sphere, the field strength increases with the distance E proportional to r1. So if you can understand this from the graph, from the center, at the center field is 0. From the center as we are moving to the surface, the field strength is increasing linearly and becomes maximum at the surface. And for the external point, E again decreases according to the relation E inversely proportional to R square. So this is already I covered. So these are the expressions. The next, the potential graph for non-conducting sphere, uniformly charged non-conducting sphere. We can understand from the graph. Here the potential at the center is maximum. As we are moving from center to the surface, the potential is decreasing. You can understand from the graph. So again, as we are moving from surface to the external point for r greater than, small r greater than capital R, again the potential is decreasing, inversely proportional to the distance of that point from the center. Okay, next. And also we discuss the concept of conservative force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. These are the conservative forces. Any conservative force, the work done along the closed path must be equals to 0. So in moving a charge along the closed path, the work done equals to 0. Any conservative field can be expressed as the negative gradient of potential. So here E bar equal to minus grad V. Okay. For a conservative field, the curl value must be equal to 0. Therefore, that field is called irrotational field. Since curl equals to 0, the curl of that conservative field is equals to 0. That is curl E bar equal to 0 or del bar cross E bar equal to 0. So this is the electrostatic potential energy of a system of two charges when Q1, Q2 are separated by the distance r. To calculate the potential energy of the system, U of r equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1, Q2 by r. Okay. So this is one more important point. The energy per unit volume in the electric field is called energy density. That is denoted with the small u. Energy density equal to mechanical force per unit area equal to P, that equals sigma square by 2 epsilon naught, that equal so 1 by 2 epsilon naught capital E square. Okay. Thank you.